Good afternoon, fam. It's your girl, Miss Diva Trucker. I'm coming to you today. I wanted to go over a couple of things with you that I came across. Give me 1 second. My light went out. Okay, it came back on. But good morning, good morning, good morning. How you all are doing? First of all, let me see if I put my glasses on. Good morning, good morning. I'm sitting here in Kentucky, getting ready to go up to Illinois, getting ready to get loaded. So I'm on my way. I got a couple of minutes this morning. Hey, IKEA, feeling a whole lot better than what I was doing. So I'm going to get back to doing some videos that I wanted to talk to you all about, okay? Today's topic that I have for you is about people with disabilities, how to get your CDL. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about is about husband and wife teaming together as far as working on a straight truck, okay, and qualifications for that. I also want to tell you about insurance, health insurance for independent operators, for people that are on 1099s, or if you're working for owner operator or a fleet owner, or you don't have insurance coverage, where you can go to get that, okay? Let's see, do I have enough light? Okay, first off, with disabilities, right now I'm working with a individual that is deaf. Okay, so when we think about getting in the industry and getting your CDL, does mega companies or does companies work with people that have disabilities, such as if you're missing a limb, or if you are hearing impaired, or any of those cases? Yes, you can still get your CDL. Okay, it's a different process. Now, if you have to go through the FMSCA guidelines on what they say about your disability, but once they approve and sign off on it and said that you're able to drive an 18-wheeler truck, then that school or company has to accommodate you some kind of way, okay? And a lot of them do offer programs for people with disabilities. So, for example, if you're a person that may have lost a limb and you only have one leg, then they may be able to accommodate you by putting you in a automatic truck, okay? As long as you can test out in an automatic, you should be okay. We even had a driver at LTI that did not have one leg, and he was able to get out of the truck and roll up the landing gear, and he used his crutches to do that. So if you have a disability, don't think that you're not able to perform the jobs or the duty that to do this job, because if you're able to pass the test that they give you and you get a waiver, then yes, you will be qualified to go to school, okay? Most of the schools will ask for that waiver. So for right now, what I'm doing is I'm working with someone who is hearing impaired, okay? That means that they're deaf, they can't hear. And I have two of the companies that I reached out to, they do accommodate that. They whenever I talk to him, he has to have an interpreter to speak to me. So he put in an application, and every time we talk or speak, we can text each other back and forth. But if he wants to speak to me, I have to go through a third party, okay? So through the phone system like Verizon and Sprint and things like that, they offer a translator. So everything that I say to him is translated to him in text. Everything that he needs to communicate with me is translated to me in verbally through the translator, okay? So that's how we're able to do that. Long as you have the qualifications that you pass through the federal requirements to get your CDL, then they should not turn you down in order to go to school, okay? So if you know anybody that has a disability and was thinking about getting a CDL, as long as they're able to get those requirements and those waivers, yes, they can get a CDL. So we're at the stage right now, sometimes, that everybody should have a policy on how to deal with people with disabilities, okay? Everybody, and then sometimes you may have to team. Okay, that is an accommodation. He may have to team with someone while being out here on the road. But let's see. My laptop just went down. I'm sorry. But yes, you can do that. So the next thing is, one of my companies offers a class for hearing impaired people twice a year. Okay, so you have to wait twice a year, where they have a translator that is able to give you everything that you need to pass your test to drive a CDL truck. Okay, the other company also accommodates as well. So right now I'm working with 2 companies that will be able to accommodate him for getting his CDL. I think he has his permit already. So he took this step to go and get his permit already. So I just had to make sure that the waivers was in place, that it was okay for him to operate a commercial vehicle, and then just getting him in school. Okay, so if you know somebody that may have been, and I don't know if y'all know Donnie's on my page. Okay, Donnie went to KLLM. Donnie is an amputee. He only has one leg. Okay, so he got his waiver through KLLM accepted him in school, and he's out there driving today. Okay, so just because you have amputation or you have a disability doesn't mean that you can't drive a commercial vehicle. Okay, so just wanted to go over that with you. The second thing, and then if you know somebody like that or interested, still make that first step in getting your DOT physical. Have your waivers that you're able to drive a truck, and you should know what those are if you have a disability. And also go ahead and take your permit test. Okay, so you'll be one step closer to getting your license. And a lot of companies, they do accommodate drivers with disabilities. Okay, it's not as hard as you think it may be. And I see drivers out here all the time. I seen a driver had a wheelchair, and the truck accommodated his wheelchair. There's parking spaces out here for drivers that are handicapped at the truck stop. So you can put a handicap sticker in your truck, that you get a closer parking space so that you'll be able to maneuver or go into the truck stop. And I'm not sure, but I think like the Pilot Flying J, if you have a disability, I'm not sure if they have somebody that will actually come out and assist you with fuel. I'm not sure. I think they do, but I'm just not sure. But yeah, there are parking spaces for handicap in an 18-wheeler, okay, that you can place in your truck. And if you have a disability, you can use those places to park at the Pilot, the Flying J, the Loves, the Petro. All of those have handicap parking. Okay, another thing is, I am looking for husband and wife team. Supposedly y'all didn't go and get your class A, but you have a class B. Okay, you still can get out here and drive on the road. Instead of driving an 18-wheeler, you may consider driving a straight truck. Okay, I have an owner operator who purchases straight trucks, and he puts them on at Landstar. He puts them on at FedEx Custom Critical. He also puts them on at Panther. Okay, so that's some of the places that you will be working for if you work for an owner operator. Now, if you're a husband and wife team and you're interested in driving a straight truck, I would suggest maybe working for an owner operator first to see how you like it, and then going out and getting your straight truck if you want to do it that way. There's different options as far as obtaining a straight truck. Some companies would like for you to work with them for a while and see how you all run together before they finance you a truck. Now, if they do finance you a truck, that means you don't have to put any money down. You don't have to use credit. You don't have to do any of that. They just basing giving you a truck on your work ethic as far as you and your husband and wife running that straight truck. Now, you don't have to, they do help with fuel. Yes. Okay. All you got to do is press the assistant button. And if you are handicapped, they will have somebody come out and help you with your fuel. The other thing is, you don't have to have a a Class A for straight trucks. If you have a Class B, you can drive a straight truck. Most owner-operators, fleet owners want them to be husband and wife, okay? But if you are established team, for instance, father and son, daughter and son, females that's in a relationship, males that may be in a relationship, they want somebody that, that's really going to run the truck and get out here. A lot of times when people get into straight trucks, they don't want to go back to 18-wheelers, okay? And the reason why is they're able to pull that straight truck up into basically anywhere. And they run too. Straight trucks run. They do expedited and they get out there and run. Also, a lot of them are equipped with the, refrigerators, the stoves, the two bunks and things like that. And when they see what they can make in a straight truck, sometimes they don't go back to 18-wheelers. That's just what they do. That's just what they like. But if you're interested in working for an owner-operator or a fleet owner, doing straight trucks, give me a call. I do have someone that has trucks that they already have leased on to FedEx, Landstar, Panther, and but yeah. Another thing is, how much do you make in a straight truck if you're working for an owner-operator? Y'all, you don't have to have a CDL Class A. You're looking at anywhere, if you run that truck, anywhere between $800, $1,000 a week a piece, okay? Now, the more that you get your documentations, the more money you make, okay? It's not required that you have hazmat, but if you have hazmat, that's a plus, okay? You can take higher paying loads with hazmat, okay? That's one option you may want to get on your license. Now, another option is DOD clearance, a security clearance. If you get a security clearance, then you can make up to $1,500, $1,700 a week a piece working for somebody as a driver in their truck, okay? These straight trucks are not cheap. If you get one brand new, they can cost you anywhere between $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. Yeah, they $200 and some $1,000 trucks if somebody puts you in one that is brand new, okay? So they not cheap at all. But before making that investment to getting your own, you may want to work with somebody first as under a fleet owner who's already established and over there in that industry, know how the trucks run, before you make that investment in getting your own truck, okay? The best account to be on at FedEx, if you're running husband and wife and you're thinking about going into straight truck, the best account to be on is what is called the white glove account. Everybody knows about the white glove account. The white glove account is the account that pays more. The white glove account is the account where, they even have like secret meetings or whatever to even get on that account. You have to have everything getting on that account, okay? And the more endorsements you have, the better it is to get on that count. They do take straight trucks and they do take tractor trailers on that account as well, okay? But if you're at FedEx, it's nothing wrong with just running FedEx the ground or the custom critical. Is nothing wrong with, I think custom critical is the white glove account, but I was going to pull it up on my computer. I got all the documents and all the information about both accounts, but my computer just died. I do apologize about it. But if you're interested in something like that, just let me know. But if you want to do in Landstar, you need your hazmat as well. You do need your hazmat to go over to Landstar, okay? But if you don't want to go and invest in getting a truck and doing all this other kind of stuff, and you really new out here, got a year experience, then I would suggest maybe working for a fleet owner or owner operator first to see how you like it, save up your money, then get your truck, and then you could lease that truck on yourself, okay? But there's already owner operators over there that run their own fleet. Straight trucks, you don't have to have custom critical, Lisa. That is the white glove account. That's the account that everybody wants to be on. When you make it there, you got it made. But straight trucks, you do not have to have a certain amount of experience. You just have to have that Class B license, okay? And you could jump in a straight truck. Some of the companies that offer straight trucks is V3 Transportation, Godspeed Trucking. There's some of them, and some of them don't require you to run team too. So you can get in a straight truck without running team. But a lot of the smaller fleet owners or owner operators, they do want husband and wife teams, okay? Especially if they got a brand new truck, okay? Those trucks ain't cheap. But that's what I wanted to say about the straight truck. Now, if you are owner operator, independent contractor, and you're interested in having medical insurance, there is a company out there called True Choice, okay, for owner operators, independent contractors. It's actually one of the companies that FedEx uses for their owner operators. It's not considered what is considered major medical under the American Affordable Care Act, but it is something that you can get. It is something that you can get to have in place for doctor visits, x-rays, mammograms, you know, things like that. It's called True Choice Initiative, a True Choice North, I think it is, okay? They sent me information on it. If you want information on it, I'm going to put a link in the description box. But basically, you can get what is called a Choice Premier that covers dental, vision, and medical, okay? And when I say medical, I mean that if you go to the doctor, they may cover $85 of that doctor visit. If the doctor charges $120, you're responsible from the difference of the $80 to the $120. Now, it doesn't pay 100%, but it does give you something off of the bill, and they do pay up front, okay? So there's no deductible or anything like that. You just pay the difference of what that visit was for. Now, if you're interested in something like this, it will cost you about $274 a month, or $69 a week to have some sort of coverage. Everybody is worried about you know, when Obama was in office and he made that you had to have True Choice North. That's right, Tamara. True Choice North. Obama put in place where you had to have health coverage, or you would get penalized on your taxes. Well, at the end of this year, with Trump being in office, that is no more. So there's no more penalty at the end of 2018 that you will be penalized if you don't have any kind of health benefits. But it's still for owner operators. This is still something that you are able to get to cover you on things like, now your dental has to be in place for a year before you can use it. They do like 50%. They have a prescription plan where you pay $10 or something for generic and up to $50 for your regular prescriptions. But it's just a plan that you can get that will cover something, so you just not coming out of pocket for everything, okay? This is not something that you will get if you have major medical issues. This is more like a maintenance program, so that if you want to go to the doctor, if you need to go get a lab done, some blood work, you have something in place that will take care of that, okay? I will put the link in the description below if you're interested. They will give you a free quote over the phone. Now, they also have a side that will cover major medical if you need it. It is going to be a whole lot more, but if that's something that, you know, you've been in and out the hospital and you having a lot of major problems and you're going to need some major surgery and things like that, then that major medical is something that you want to look for. Now, as far as independent owners and owner operators and things like that, that's where you're going to get your costs. It's going to be expensive, okay? Now, they will do an individual quote for you. But as far as just to have something in place to give you some sort of coverage so you're not out there with nothing, this True Choice North is something that you should look into and do your research on it and see if maybe it's something that you can put in place to help you have some kind of insurance. Some of the companies, you can check with your company as well. Some of them take it out your check of $69 a week. And some of them, if you don't have a company that has it, all you have to do is give them a call and you can prepay it, or you could just set it up as an automatic payment and they will take it out your check. They will take it out your direct deposit every week. Okay. So I get a lot of questions about if I'm leasing a truck, or if I'm an owner operator, or if I'm working for a fleet owner, what do I do about insurance? Okay. Insurance is expensive, but if you're a person that you know, keep yourself up and you're not having a lot of major medical issues, you're just going to the doctor, maybe getting your prescriptions or something like that. This may be a company that you can look into so you can have some sort of coverage. Okay. Other than that, y'all, my battery went down. My laptop went down, so that's a done deal. I was supposed to do last night with Jamal the going over truck financing and getting capital for your business and things like that. But didn't know if I was going to be loaded or not last night, so I didn't have time. We are going to reschedule it sometime this week or the beginning of next week, where we're going to come on and we're going to do a Google Hangout so you can ask Jamal about truck financing, gaining capital, what kind of credit you need to establish building your fleet. Okay. If you're a fleet owner, if you got 1 or 2 trucks, if you got people in your trucks, you may want to suggest to your people that, you know, there is some coverage out there for them if they decide to get that. All right. But other than that, y'all, I didn't want to take up too much of your time. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. And y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. Bye.